From the adrenaline rush to the emotional farewell, this isn't just a race, it's the last chapter of a legend. Stay tuned to NASCAR Zone to see how Harvick's storied career concludes and what his last laps reveal about the legacy he leaves behind. Subscribe and hit the bell to experience the heartfelt goodbye of a racing hero. You don't want to miss this monumental moment in NASCAR history. As the sun dipped below the grandstands of the Phoenix Raceway, an era drew to a close of the world of NASCAR. Kevin Harvick, a name synonymous with grit, talent, and an illustrious racing career, was poised to hang up his helmet after an adrenaline-fueled journey spanning more than 2 decades. The significance of this moment was palpable, as Harvick, often dubbed the Closer for his knack for sealing pivotal wins, approached his final race not just as a competitor, but as a legend bidding farewell to the sport that had been his life's work. The day was charged with a bittersweet symphony of roaring engines and cheering fans, a soundtrack befitting the retirement of a NASCAR titan. Phoenix Raceway, steeped in the history of countless rubber-burnt victories and heart-stopping finishes, stood as the backdrop for Harvick's farewell. It was here, amidst the sprawling desert landscape, that the racing community came together to honor a career that had not just shaped a driver's legacy, but had also etched a permanent mark on the heart of NASCAR. Harvick's journey to this final race was one marked by the cheers of victories, the resilience in setbacks, and the evolution of a driver who could outpace time itself. On this electric evening at Phoenix, as Harvick's number 4 car took to the track one last time, the reflection in his visor was not just of the setting Arizona sun, but of the legacy he was leaving behind, a testament to the indelible impact he had made on NASCAR. This race was more than a final contest of speed and strategy. It was a celebration of a Hall of Fame-worthy career that had inspired legions of fans and aspiring drivers alike. Kevin Harvick's final laps around the Phoenix Raceway were more than a conclusion to the race. They were a poignant coda to a career that reverberated through the hearts of many. Emotions, which he had predicted would not take the forefront, surged as he circled the track, each turn a reminder of the years he spent mastering his craft. The atmosphere was charged with a collective recognition of the end of an era, as friends and family gathered, raising a toast to a career that had been nothing short of legendary. There were no checkered flags to be chased here, no competitors to outmaneuver, only the heartfelt appreciation of a driver's lifetime of commitment to a sport that demands everything from those who dare to compete. Throughout the week leading up to the final race, Harvick found himself reflecting on the reality of his retirement, a reality that felt all the more tangible with the approaching conclusion of this chapter of his life.
For me, all the weeks leading up to this particular one were really not that hard. I think this week was a little more difficult just because it is the last week, and with your guys and the people and everything that you do is actually coming to an end. I don't think up until this point, I don't think anybody really thought it was real, and this week it's pretty real. So I think that this week has been definitely different than everything leading up to this, just because of the fact that there isn't a next week. There's been a next week up until this week. So look, it's very different. The things that we have to do going forward, but it's all planned out. And I think as I talked to Dale and Dale Jr. and just he was in a very similar situation, whereas, the TV piece of it was planned out, the race team piece of it's planned out. We have a management company, we have golf cart stores, all those things are already functioning. And I think it would be much different if you weren't closing the book. And, I think for me, I feel very fortunate to be able to open the book. And obviously our first chapter was a little bit different than most people's, but it's the time that we chose to be able to say, okay, this is it, and this is going to be, the last week, and coming to Phoenix and racing here for the last time. It is a little bit different. It's a lot different than the weeks past because there isn't a next one.
Kevin Harvick's journey to NASCAR stardom began much like any classic American sports story, marked by early ambitions and a relentless pursuit of speed. From the moment he stepped onto the racing scene, Harvick displayed a prodigious talent behind the wheel, a talent that would see him rise through the ranks with a determination reflective of his future legacy. His career, adorned with the luster of a 2014 Cup Series championship, is punctuated by an impressive array of race wins and milestones that speak to a driver always pushing the limits of possibility. Each victory, each hard-fought season, was a stroke in the masterpiece of Harvick's career. He evolved with the sport, adapting his style and approach, becoming not just a participant in NASCAR's storied history, but one of its most integral architects. As the years passed, the young driver with a fire in his belly matured into a seasoned competitor, whose name became synonymous with resilience and consistency on the track. Post-race, the atmosphere was one of celebration and veneration, a moment suspended in time where the roar of engines gave way to the chorus of fans and heartfelt tributes from colleagues and commentators alike. As we relive the jubilant victory of Ryan Blaney and his fiery path to triumph, contrasting with the solemn farewell of a legend, we invite you to become a part of this community of passion and heritage. Don't just watch history unfold, be a part of it. Subscribe now to join our NASCAR Zone family and stay connected to the heartbeat of the track. Team owner Roger Penske watched as Blaney's ambition transformed into triumph, offering a perspective that was both proud and reflective.
It's obviously a great place to be here today, and the job that Blaney did racing clean to clean with those three guys was a pleasure to be in this race. And to race my best friend Rick Hendricks and Joe Gibbs, what a team. I mean, for Menards, for Ford, and this whole team Penske, not just the people that were here, the guys that drive the trucks, the ones across our whole country that shoot for this every single weekend. You can't beat this. That's why we do it every day.
In Blaney's victory, Penske saw the future of NASCAR, a future that would undoubtedly build upon the foundations laid by drivers like Harvick. The contrast of emotions between Harvick's poignant farewell and Blaney's exuberant celebration was a microcosm of life at the racetrack, a place where joy and nostalgia intertwine, where the end of one story is the beginning of another. The legacy of Team Penske within the Cup Series and motorsports is a tapestry rich with victory and innovation, a narrative defined by a relentless quest for excellence. The significance of securing consecutive Cup titles is a testament to the team's unyielding spirit and a reflection of the strategic mastery that has been its hallmark. Ryan Blaney's ascent in NASCAR cannot be recounted without the mention of the Blaney racing dynasty, a lineage steeped in the thrum of engines and the pursuit of checkered flags. The Blaney family's racing heritage has been a guiding star for Ryan, with his father, Dave Blaney, playing a pivotal role in shaping the racer he has become. Ryan's aspirations and accomplishments carry the weight of this legacy, yet he wears it not as a burden but as a badge of honor, driving forward the family name with every lap and every victory. Parallel to the narratives of Team Penske's triumphs and the Blaney family saga is the account of Ross Chastain's win at the season final. Chastain's victory is not merely a race won, but an emblem of his meteoric rise and the potential harbinger of a new era in NASCAR. The fact that a non-championship contender claimed the final showcased the unpredictable nature of the sport and emphasized the depth of talent within the field. Chastain's win served as a dramatic climax to the season, injecting a fresh dose of excitement into the series and setting the stage for a fiercely competitive future. Looking back on Chastain's season, it is clear that his victory was not an anomaly, but the culmination of consistent performance and growth. His future prospects shine bright on the horizon of NASCAR, a testament to his skill and a promise of thrilling races to come. And that's all for this video. Hit that subscribe button if you want to watch more.